grandfather. That's what great, five greats. But you can add three onto it to make it your great grand.
So you're 8 generations away from George Mason, is that correct?
Direct blood, you're in your blood, you're 8 generations away from, so you got about 10 ounces of George. No, you got about 2 ounces of
Let's
George
see, 8
Mason.
generations away. What fraction would that be?
I haven't learned generation fractions, Dad.
All right, you're gonna have to ask. So, Spencer, can you explain to Grandy what the George Mason Memorial in Washington was like?
About?
Well, it's basically like a pavilion, like one of those picnic pavilions. And it's George Mason, a gigantic version of him, and he's standing with a cane.
Is it a statue?
Yes, it's a statue of it.
I didn't know that. I have a photograph. I mean, a painting of him downstairs.
Well, maybe you need to get Duffy to take you to the George Mason Memorial.
Right, and you've never been to Gunston Hall, have you? We gotta take Spencer to Gunston Hall sometime. It's an original home of George Mason.
Where's Gunston Hall? What town?
It's near Mount Vernon, just down the river from Mount Vernon.
Oh, what was the home, Spencer, as we were driving across on the way down? What is George Washington's wife's family home? What was that again? In Arlington Cemetery? Do you remember, Spencer?
I don't know, the Custis House?
The Custis House. Do you know what the Custis House is, Grandy?
Pronounce it again.
Custis.
The Custis
Oh,
House.
I've heard of it, but
So, Spencer, can you explain to Grandy what you know about the Custis House?
what is the Custis?
Well, Robert E. Lee lived there for a while.
Yeah.
And there was a bunch of, so it was George Washington's wife's family home right next to Arlington Cemetery.
Yeah.
How did you know about it, Spencer?
I know about it because I went there with Nemo and Granddad, didn't I?
Oh, really?
I don't know how did they choose to go to Custis Hall.
Well, we didn't go inside because we went too late at night, but
Yeah.
we went to Arlington Cemetery because it was a big landmark, and apparently there was like this big thing going. But we went to Arlington Cemetery to see some. Isn't there that Kennedy? There's a Kennedy Eternal Light there.
Yeah.
There's the
Yes,
Eternal Flame and the Tomb of the
there.
Unknown Soldier.
Yep, and we went to see those too.
Yeah.
And then we figured out it was there when the park rangers told us. So.
Oh,
I
okay.
see. Oh, I see.
So did you get one of your park ranger badges when you went to the Arlington Cemetery?
We came too
yeah.
late.
Oh, that's
Remember
right.
there was that crime thing and then they closed too early?
Yeah, I remember now.
Well, next time you go to Arlington Cemetery and look up Colonel John Green, you are directly descended from Colonel John Green. He was an officer in George Washington's staff, or whatever you call it, and he was one of the founders of Society of Cincinnati.